morning. Okay. Just move the hot coals around. Look at the thickness of this thing. I found my hatchet. Neon cordage. If you go over by the fire there, it's warmer. Had a twig in my coffee. Extra protein, ain't it? 2 of these are much easier to pack. Bigfoot came walking through there just a little bit ago. They chop down every tree. Travel down blankets, Velcro tape. My favorite wool blanket. Least enjoyable part. Taters and onions. I'd say I'm doing pretty good for 50. I've gotten my exercise in. Now it's time for meal. Somebody would have caught a Bigfoot. You wanna come up here? Yes, sir. There you are. Hey, have a nice weekend. You too. That's right. Put a camp up right here. Another morning. Get going. Well, the wind is finally calm. Might be wondering, why am I bothering with this fire? And, you know, I don't have to use any resources for this. I just move the coals around from last night, and that'll take, you can see it's already starting to take. But that'll turn back into fire here soon. And you might be asking yourself, why am I even messing with it? Well, because it's flipping cold out here, man. So it'd be nice to have some heat while I'm moving around the fire and taking down camp. So there, that's your answer to that. I gotta get some orange on him. Emerson? Come on, let's do this. Here. Try not to break this one, okay? Okay. Okay. You can run around now. So there's your lesson. If you ever think your fire is completely out, just move the hot coals around a little bit with some lighter sticks and your fire will kick right back on. It's a trick I've been using all my life. Requires no, you don't have to use up any more of your resources like matches or tinder or anything like that. You just move the hot coals around. Come on out. I do want to give a bit of praise to this air mattress. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've slept on a lot of air mattresses, a lot of them. This Featherstone Calcutta is hands down the most comfortable I've ever slept on. I want to show you something. Look at the thickness of this thing. I never felt the ground. Never. Now, I mean, it's an air mattress, so it's not like sleeping on a feather bed, but easily the most comfortable air mattress I've ever slept on. The thing is so thick and so wide. I was never, like, my elbows were never falling off the thing and all that. And Emerson, my dog, and I shared that. We both slept on that together. So fantastic air mattress. And one other thing I think I should add to the air mattress, it's temperature rating. They rate them in using an R system. It's a 5.3, I think. I think it's 5.3, so you'll never feel the cold coming up through the bottom. It's insulated, super thick, wide enough for a real human body, and yeah, I just can't say enough good about it. What do I do first? That ginormous teepee shelter that you see me in on this adventure here. That's what it packs down to. Now, I had to put some work into getting that to fit into that, but still, that whole huge shelter, that's what it packs down to. Aha! I found my hatchet. Oh, I'm so happy. I thought that thing was lost to the sands of time. And you know, I even had that neon cordage on the handle of it, just so if I dropped it in the woods, I'd be able to find it. I've been sleeping on top of it the whole time. What are you doing? What are you doing? What a beautiful morning it is. He's acting cold. Come here. Back up a little bit so you can be in the camera. There you go. People want to see you. If you go over by the fire there, it's warmer. It's warmer over there by the fire. Another option is you could just run around a whole lot. Let's switch hats here. Yeah, I love this hat. I ordered this hat from Miller Hats in Texas, and it's 100% rabbit fur. And in my younger years, I like to go with a 2.5-inch brim. Nowadays, I like to go for with a 3-inch brim. I like the larger brims these days. And the feller at Miller Hats in Texas gave me a fantastic deal on this hat. He said this hat would normally run $300. He gave it to me for $200. Collar is fawn. It's in the fawn collar. And you gotta check him out. Tell you what, I can't say enough nice things about Miller Hats in Texas. He's a good guy. We're gonna get on out of here soon. I sleep with this around my neck, my headlamp. I sleep with it around my neck so that I don't have to go searching for anything if I need to jump up, or even if I just have to get up and, you know, move blankets around and that sort of thing. Because he and I sleep together, and, you know, getting kind of annoying when he tries to, when he gets up and tries to move around to get comfortable, because he moves the blankets all around and all that. But I do the same thing to him throughout the night. Sleep on one side, sleep on the other side, sleep on my belly, sleep on my back, and have to readjust the blankets all the time. So fair's fair, right? I can't get mad at you for doing it to me if I'm doing it to you too. And that's the law of equivalency. Things work on an equivalency principle. You can get over there by the fire. You don't want any of this. I'll tell you what, you want some breakfast? There's just some breakfast. Ain't got no more pork loin, fish, or bacon, or any of that stuff. Plumb out. Well, I'll tell you, we ate good though on this trip. Ate real good on this adventure. I still got taters left over. Regular taters, and I got some sweet taters. I think I'm gonna leave them here. And what else did I have left over? Nothing left over. I got oats. Got oats left over. and I brought these dill pickle flavored sunflower seeds with the shells on. Man, I'm addicted to them. You just eat those. You don't eat them really. I mean, you do eat the seeds, but you jaw them, and then you pull one out and you split it with your teeth, get the seed out, eat the seed, and you just spit the shell out. And I've always thought they were fine, but I come across these dill pickle flavored sunflower seeds, and it's that dill pickle flavor that I just cannot get enough of. So I bought a whole big thing of those. If they were visible from where I'm sitting, I'd get up and show them to you, but I'm not willing to get up just for searching for them. Well, sun peeked out there for a while. I can see blue sky. First, really, except for that, was it that first day? Second day. Sun popped out there for a little bit, and I tried to use the solar panel to charge my phone. I tried to use it to charge my power bank. I didn't get nothing out of it. I mean, it said it was charging, but it was charging so slow that it just weren't worth the trouble. And another thing is, when you're in the deep woods, when you're, swallowed up by the woods, you can't be doing other things while you're trying to charge something with a solar panel, because the sun is constantly moving and the shadows of every tree is hitting your solar panel. So you can't be working on something else. You gotta pay full attention to that solar panel and be moving it along with the sun and tilting it just right so that the sun hits it just right if you're going to get anything out of it. And I'm talking about in the woods, in the proper woods. A falcon just flew right through here. I'm talking like 10 feet away behind the camera, and only about 6 feet above the ground. Just flew right through here. That was cool. It was either a falcon or an owl. That was cool. And and half of you are thinking, oh, he just made that up. And you're right, I could just say, man, Bigfoot just run right through here. You didn't see him? Behind the camera, Bigfoot. I could make up anything. But no, honest to God, an owl or a falcon just flew through here, like just 6 feet above the fourth floor, and right behind the camera. Didn't make a sound. Wasn't flapping its wings. It was just gliding through there. That was awesome. Twig. Had a twig in my coffee. That's all right. Extra protein, ain't it? Comes the wind. It's amazing how that wind sounds. It just sounds like a truck coming down through the trees, but I'll tell you what force the wind has. What force. I mean, it moves seas and oceans. I'm sure you've seen these two ginormous trees that are down on either side of me here. The interesting thing is that here where I'm at in Appalachia, none of this forest is original forest. This is all forest that has grown back. After the frontiersmen and the settlers come in, when they come in, they chop down every tree. And so very rarely do you find like old growth forests or old growth trees. What a shame that is. As much as I love these woods, you can imagine how much I'd love them if these were all, 200, 300-year-old trees, and the forest was just littered with 200, 300 years worth of debris and decomposition of the trees and leaves that had fallen and everything. Just how exquisite that would be. Now, right in front of me, over here across the way, is a big pine forest, it looks like. Which is unique for these parts. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so right here is where Bigfoot came walking through there just a little bit ago. And none of you saw it because I had the camera turned on me. In all seriousness, that's where that owl, I think it was an owl, flew right through there. Okay, so if you see across the way there, right across the creek there, all those trees there look like they're pine. A big old pine forest there, which is kind of interesting. It's just kind of set aside by itself. So I would say 100 years ago, somebody planted that. Because like I said, none of these forests are original forest. This is all forest that's grown back in the past 100 years. It's a shame. Man, it's so short-sighted, ain't he? Yeah, so there's that. All right, I'd love to sit here and jaw all day long, but I need to get to a diner, have a Bob Evans or something like that. Misty Sue's Diner. Got to get over to Misty Sue's Diner. Have my celebration meal for coming out of the woods successfully. All right, time to get back to work. I got two travel down blankets here, and in a video I did, I think last summer, 2 summers ago, I showed you how I stuck Velcro on here, Velcro tape, and then I pair 2 or 3 of these depending on how severe the weather conditions are. And then what you end up with is a double quilt. So the way I was sleeping was I was putting my wool blanket on top of us, and then this double down, duck down on top of us. And now the benefit of this is for travel and packing. You don't end up with this big old globby, huge mass that's got to go in a pack or tie on the outside of your pack. These things pack down into a very small package, as you will see. And see, that 2 of these are much easier to pack in a pack than just one gigantic glob. So that's why I like this system. Maybe it's something that you can do for yourself. Favorite wool blanket yet, Chubbuck. A little bit more expensive than some of the budget wool blankets you get on Amazon, but this Chubbuck, just my favorite wool blanket. I got 3 of them, and of the three Chubbucks that I've got, I just like this one. I mean, the collars make me feel all tingly and good inside, but cannot recommend them enough. And they're American made, I think. Taters and onions and stuff I got left over. The only thing I'm going to save and carry out of here with me, and I hate to waste anything, but I don't want to carry any weight out of here that I don't really need to either. Let Emerson play around with them over there. So the only thing I'm going to take out with me is the ginger. The ginger root. That'll last me all winter. Here's those dill pickle sunflower seeds. I didn't even get into them, but I am addicted to them. You get to carry a bunch of stuff from me. You get to carry a bunch of the stuff I had to carry in. It's cold out here. Even working, it's cold. Get some of that fire going, boys. Give me some flame. That's what that sleeping pad packs down to. For, you know, the thickness of it, the insulation value of it, the comfort of it, the width of it. That's just really impressive. It's got that double valve thing. Makes blowing it up and emptying it out real nice. Least enjoyable part. Packing down and heading out. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, oh, oh. Hate to do this, but I need to wear the hat. I've got orange on my pack. That should hopefully keep me safe. My dog's got orange on him. I'd say I'm doing pretty good for 50. I think I lost some weight on this adventure. My pants keep falling down. Yeah, I'm coming. Give me a break. I'm a-coming. It's one thing I really dislike about the modern age. Even if you get back out in the middle of daggum nowhere, you might still hear an airplane from time to time, or a jet, and it just disrupts the natural world. I don't like it. We gotta go up that way. Preparing myself mentally and emotionally for climbing this mountain here. Hammers. Good picture of you. Yeah, it's a good picture. All right, let's keep going. Oh boy, it was treacherous. Treacherous coming down this. I don't expect it to be any less treacherous going up it. It's mud. Mud down in through this ravine where the water just runs seasonally. I could break an ankle pretty easy. Oh man. First real blue sky day since I come out here. I'm gonna put the camera away and concentrate on the work. Made it to the top. All right, let's keep going. I've gotten my exercise in for the year. Oh man. Now it's time for celebratory meal. Oh. Stop. Just a dog barking. Just a dog barking. You know, it used to be, you'd be riding along, you'd see like a beautiful mountain or some beautiful woods, and you'd say, boy, I want to get up in there and explore that. And you just pull over and hike up in there, spend the night, that sort of thing, not caring who it belonged to or anything. Can't do that no more. Everybody's got trail cameras. And you can't just hop up into some woods without knowing who they belong to when it's private property and expect to get away with it. They'll catch you on camera for sure. And I was talking to my Uncle Beetle the other day about that. He says that's why I don't believe in Bigfoot. He says unless Bigfoot has figured out a way to avoid those trail cameras, he said somebody would have caught a Bigfoot on the trail cameras by now. And you know, I tend to agree with him on that. Somebody would have caught a Bigfoot on a trail camera. And the fact that they ain't seems to be pretty strong evidence that the old Bigfoot probably don't exist. You know, when I was growing up, we'd say, I'm going into the woods. We lived in the woods, but we'd say, I'm going down into the woods. And that's that's just the language that we would use, going into the woods. I have some Guatemalan friends. My Guatemalan friends, they didn't understand when I'd say I'm going into the bosque. They'd all say going to the mountain, Where you going? Going to the mountain. And you know, a lot of Latinos, I think, they use that terminology. Voy a la montaña. Not, I'm going to the woods. Voy al bosque. Watching Andy Griffith the other day. He said, well, Aunt B, I think I'm just going to have to go up there, spend a few nights in the mountain. So I guess Guatemalans aren't the only ones that use that terminology when they're talking about going into the woods. Before it jumped into the truck. Come here. I need to get... There you go. There, you're free. You wanna come up here? Come on. You wanna come up here? There you go. You feeling better, huh? You got all messed up in that harness, didn't you?
Okay, what can I get for you?
I'll take a Big Mac meal with a Coke.
Is that all for you today?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna have 4 of them.
Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
The large fry?
Yes, sir.
There you are.
Hey, have a nice weekend. Oh, hey, stay out of it, stay out. All right. Well, folks, this is where I leave you. What a fantastic adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Man, I'm going to enjoy my food. Get home. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to take a shower or let the stink linger for a little bit. Kind of as a trophy, you know. Y'all take care.